Venerable friends, respected devotees, and seekers of truth, in this age of rapid communication, misinformation can spread like wildfire, sometimes unintentionally, sometimes with harmful intent. Within our spiritual communities, such confusion can distort the Dhamma, divide the Sangha, and sow seeds of fear where there should be peace. But as the Buddha taught, just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise are not moved by praise or blame. We must be that rock firm in truth, unmoved by rumor, and guided by compassion. Let me share how our community has responded when misinformation has crept into our midst. A few years ago, a false teaching circulated that chanting certain sutras without proper initiation would bring misfortune. This caused distress among lay fellows, especially the elderly, who feared they had unknowingly invited bad karma. Rather than dismiss their concern, our monastic council responded with patience and clarity. We held open Dhamma forums, a space where devotees could ask questions freely. We explained the true purpose of chanting, not as a magical formula, but as a meditative practice to cultivate mindfulness and loving kindness. We quoted the Kalam Sutta, where the Buddha says, "This verse became our guiding light. It reminded us that truth is not inherited. It is discovered through experience and discernment." Another incident involved a misinterpretation of the Vinaya. A social media post claimed that monastic must never speak to women, even in public blessing. This created confusion and hurt, especially among female devotees. Our response was not defensive, it was educational. We organized interfaith panels and temple talk to clarify the Vinay's intent. We explained that while the Vinaya offers guidelines for ethical conduct, it does not promote exclusion. We cited the Sigalovada Sutta, where the Buddha teaches mutual respect between all members of society, parents and children, teachers and students, monastic and lay people. This verse reminded us that the relationship between monastic and lay people is built in mutual care, not fear or separation. So, what practices help us correct misinformation? First one, open dialogue. We created safe space for question, doubt, and discussion. Misinformation thrives in silence. Truth flourishes in dialogue. Second, scriptural grounding. We return to the Pali Canon, not as dogma, but as compass. Verses like those from the Kalam Sutta and Sigalovada Sutta help us anchor our responses in authentic teachings. Community education. We develop handout, sermons, and school materials that clarified common misconceptions. These were distributed in temples, shared online, and taught in Dhamma classes. Compassionate corrections. When someone shared misinformation, we corrected gently, not with shame, but with kindness. As the Buddha said in the Dhammapada, this verse reminded us the truth must be spoken with gentleness, not violence. Interfaith engagement. We invited scholars and leaders from other traditions to share how they handle misinformation. This broadened our perspective and deepened our humility. In all this effort, our goal was not to win argument, but to restore harmony. Misinformation is not just a mistake, it is a form of suffering, and our response must be rooted in compassion. Let me close with a reflection. May we be like The lotus, rising from muddy waters, yet untouched by stain. May our speech be clear, our hearts be open, and our communities be safe from confusion. And may the light of the Dhamma guide us, not only in truth, but in the way we share that truth. Thank you very much.